Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions on an animated television series on Toonami by the name of Space Dandy. I'm going to talk about episode 2 titled The Search for the Phantom Space Ramen Baby. Without any further ado, let's go and get to it, shall we? Just so you guys know, there will be spoilers in this video. So pretty much what we have going on in Space Dandy is we have our character of Space Dandy, obviously the plot of the series, him going after aliens, that haven't been found, him trying to get the bounty. That's pretty much the plot of the series. In this particular episode, there was this thing called Phantom Space Ramen, and he wants to find this legendary, ramen noodles that apparently is from a different dimension. So in this episode, they go to all different types of ramen stores, and they try to find, the special ramen noodles that are apparently the best ramen noodles, in the entire galaxy. That's the gist of episode 2 titled The Search for the Phantom Space Ramen Baby for the animated television series on Toonami by the name of Space Dandy. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. The reason I enjoyed this episode is because I like the nice laid-back feeling of the series, where it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's fun, it's interesting, the animation is pretty crazy when, if you ask me, the different colors they use, and especially the scenes where, where he gets sucked through the wormhole, and the characters get all, they get very raw in the way they're animated, I guess you could say. And overall, I like the way the characters are animated at that scene. And there's some very crazy things going on. It reminds you of an almost like an animated music video at times, with some of the crazy scenes, like where Space Dandy will turn his face, and you have all these crazy colors around his head. And overall, I really enjoyed the animation of Space Dandy. It's really very fun to watch. I like the adventure vibe, just like the first episode. The first episode, there really hasn't been too many serious moments. I will say, there are a little bit of serious moments in the episode 2 where it gets, it does its best to get very dramatic, and I do like those scenes. I do like the scene towards the very end of the episode where you find out when they actually go to the different dimension, and they find this, they find the Phantom Space Ramen, and you learn the backstory of the guy. He's traveled, because of reasons, I don't want to spoil too much about the episode, but because of certain reasons, he, sends his ramen through this, and because of that, the ramen tastes stale and stuff. But Space Dandy's character actually gets it fresh, and I like his whole backstory. That was a really cool backstory that had kind of a sentimental vibe to it at times. It was kind of a dramatic vibe, and it was interesting to see the series go from being very funny at times to also at times it can be not extremely dramatic, but at times it can be somewhat sentimental and somewhat dramatic. So it's cool to kind of see those scenes come into play. Then we have our character, of Dr. Gel, going after Space Dandy for reasons that we don't know entirely too much about yet. But Dr. Gel sending his army after them, and I like some of that. I like how how they talk to the narrator. They only do it once in this episode, but they talk to the narrator. I like how they intertwine like modern technology. Like they talk about Twitter. The Meow, starts, uploads the pictures to Twitter. And, they don't say it's Twitter, but it's obviously some sort of social networking site. And that's how Dr. Joe knows where they're at. I like those little, references to different technology, and that's kind of a cool little plot line for the series I thought was overall pretty interesting. Best thing about the show is probably just the adventure vibe. Them, going on different, journeys and missions, and just kind of a fun show to watch. Anyways, that's my review of the animated television series on Toonami by the name of Space Dandy, episode 2 titled The Search for the Phantom Space Ramen Baby. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our page below. I'll see you guys later for more videos by Centipede Geek.